Hardcore!
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter.
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it. Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still. It's a backup of my former employer's project.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. That's her name, I believe. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Head. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means. Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. It doesn't emit. It receives. You sound just like her. She started praying when she first saw my rain. Turned to higher powers.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic. Thanks. And here's my Qualsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy...
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund. This orange machine is dead still. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Ice squeaks. This or turning the crank. This orange machine is dead still. I squeak. This orange machine is dead. I squeak. This orange machine is dead. I squeaks. This orange machine is dead. I squeak. This orange machine is dead. I squeak. This orange machine is dead. I squeak. This orange machine is... Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Luukkanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but up. Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question. Reality. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. The speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy? Good. Please repeat the password. No, that's not it.
Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
Good. I've unlocked the offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the film.
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on. It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The paper is soaked with ink, its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. A single speck of white shines out from the shade, marked by the devil itself.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue police livery of the motor. Do something important? Something murder-related? This is a Caprice Kanema. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour. The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant. Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18GU engine on the old Caprice.
7.2. Supercharged.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
Yes.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. It's a bit girly right now, fitted with some proper off-road components.
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. Maybe. Yes, definitely.
And means no.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. A speck of white? That's exactly what I'm hoping to find. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper gets soaked in ink again, its evil blackness shining in the light of the mainframe. It looks eerie. Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout.
Here. I found it. Hold on. Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. Thank you. There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bolt 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick. Thanks.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. It moves like a ghost without creating a sink. Some water spills out of the bowl. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I'm a little scared. I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... Maybe I'm just tired. Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant and then nothing happens. As Sona, Loken and Kilda, you can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't answer. Her
Damn it! No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's...
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard some... But this is just another failure. So you can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to... This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the... But there's...
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath.
Yes, what is it?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes. It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
A better sound system? Alright, but where?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing...
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood. You mean the speed freaks? Of course, the speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me? I guess I could live through a week.
Brilliant negotiating there, detective. As always.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
A pain of barely holding it up. The pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
way again. So, yes? What's the deal? We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music. That's fine. We can manage. And you haven't changed your mind about our little side business, have you? All right. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore and...
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore.
Andre is busy. cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite a cell, using her contact mic to listen to a tree. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind Sire, the tent, 'twas a security risk, and in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Okay.
What he means is, I don't care if you have a corrupt scheme. Almost everyone does. Whatever keeps you sober and concentrated on work.
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more. That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here, was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental.
He means something paranatural. He must...
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well. Cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk Delore art of core. Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff, like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires, put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Married shit. Virtue and tyranny. You're entitled to your wrong opinion. Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside, before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss.
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What end of quote? This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it. A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history.
The way he says it, the force in Fool's Core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you. Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are. But were you wrong? The founding party is okay with everything. Look around. They don't have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own.
That's still a lie. Reassert yourself. Mewling wimp. Pathetic.
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do. I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye. You defend her, law minion. She was a mass murderer.
What's mellow, man? Mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit. This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are. Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism...
And many...
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know? She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the stand, then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers. You may be onto something, Copper Man. She's got those mass murdering hips. No one says I'm likewise. No one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her. There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here. Will do.
No, Noid. Stop twisting my melon, man. People are gonna love it. It'll be our thing. Plus it keeps the cold out.
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that. Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
What a strange caustic. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it, please.
A mass murderer? Why? Okay. Odd to say, cop man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before I did get to talk to the crab man though. Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us. Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. And the mother's love is the hardest core of all. The man picks up on stuff. And he knows a lot about the good thing you didn't squash him. Dead body, spirit entered. What is there to talk of? Sure. The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus. Not like a literal sarcophagus encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it. I don't know, and it's not something they properly understand. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't. Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance. Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling, and that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, cop man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited size person. Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's maybe you can figure things out, cop man. I think we got on a good level. Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced. It's short for paranoid. A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion. Good call. Not exposing yourself to stuff like that. They're hardcore. They're just clothes. Nah, it's just a vest with suspenders made to resemble a human rib cage. Plus some lady clothes to piss off the sex system. Now tell me about that hardcore necktie. It's fucking primal. I can see that. And it looks like you're trying to hang yourself with it. So large too.
You suddenly realize the patience and respect this speed freak has shown you is partly because of your
Respect to the man!
apricot chewing gum scented one. August 2nd, early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you in the dark like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately, you know that you've entered a completely different world.
Epic jam! Hardcore! Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yeags and args. This produces a guttural Gotvaldian accent. Or maybe it's not Gotvaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Good, good.
The Advent?
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all the... And no, it's got nothing to do with Contact Mike. No. I actually wanted to thank you. Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds Sorna, the programmer. She's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God. Sure, you helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know? Ah, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins, and she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Oh, the Crabman. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. I just tried to stay away from the Crabman. But he talks to Noid. They seem to beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not who do you want to know about? Andre.
She rubs her.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer. Nothing. Must have... I've never... I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
Yeah, drugs.
Yes. Anyway. Come to think of it, yes.
This is the first time you've heard her laugh.
He's in some kind of a self-destruction mode with that hair of his. Bleaching it like that, yes. Who do you want to know about? He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from four. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle. What do you mean, do? Like, for a living? He's a carpenter, trained and all. He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself. Sir, I abide by...
A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her than she...
It's just something poor Fallberg kid. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering. No? Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people. Yeah. I hope you do. Who do you want to know about? What do you mean? Oh, that. Anodic music doesn't really do vocals in the tradition.
Pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Yes. Anyway, even if you...
I understand. Anyway.
Actually, one time,
The worst,
egg came with, it was people were,
you wish you'd been there.
who do you want to know about? Me? Again? I told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
It means I don't answer questions about myself. All right, there is. Thank you. Sure.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Ecstatic vibrations. Now, the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective? The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Yes, you should do it.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
How about something simple?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after...
Yeko Qatar, does...
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
The amnesia.
like the...
It's not amnesia, guys.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place.
We're not going with it.
Why not?
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium?
The past is the No, it's...
And
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into friends. You should go with the flow. Join in on the experience.
I'm dancing.
That soft core gyrating.
Yes, my man.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
It's to express...
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. Or because I'm balding, I want to show my hair. Not 20. Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway... Goodbye, officer.
What is it? What? I can't hear you! The music is too loud! Oh, the pro... There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can egg... He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to... Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic... Let me know how it goes!
We're close.
True, hard, full, car. Hard car to the mega, internally coherent. All car, all right, yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large
Hard car, ah.
Is it though? But is it?
feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
We're close. True, hard car to the mega, internally. All car, all right, yeah.
He furrows.
Hard car.
The question is, what is the question? But there was no... We're close.
True, hard, full, car, hard car. Hard car to the meg, internally coherent. All car, all right, yeah.
He furrows his brow.
Hard car.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
To the Mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5? Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary...
Oh no, we're going to be in this church.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. Hang on, this is a 4.5.
Whoa, thank God. That
Great! Someone got through to...
Everybody, the Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music. Yeah! Back on the case! The first page of the second chapter!
could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its... Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
Wow!
For a moment, you almost think he's going to put his hand down.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be? No! This is the answer! What? Guys, oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is...
I know! So does mine! Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah! No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With a rebel yell! I can be an ultra!
Please don't turn him into...
Oh, jeez. Please don't do that. There's enough exploitation in the world.
Aye! Capital rules the nation! Eat the poor!
You swear you feel the profit margins reflecting off Jermaine Egghead's giant smile.
All right! Here comes the night! Bloody charge! The
He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body, for the world loved her.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
I think so. Highly gaily.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things.
Did someone say disco?
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your...
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about hypnotic.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it...
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some bang. Yeah. Maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to. Anyway, that's all you.
Cupman! Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape! Yeah! Alright! No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it positive! Keep the love in the house! Capital forever!
What is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit?
Maximum! Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only...
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Ready!
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow.
5. Four. 3, 2, 1. You disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous. The woman looks around. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
It's getting louder!
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planet!
No, Egg! It's the window!
In the corner of your eye. The lieutenant steps aside, cautiously. His eye...
The window is going to come down! No! The roof!
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars.
Come down to us! Love!
It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Oh! I want to feel the heat with somebody!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes, I've turned it off. Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down. But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is...
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswov isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again. It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like
A
this.
voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway. Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswov. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you, you know. The person you were knows. You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago. These thoughts formed in you somewhere. In a long forgotten drinking coffee and smoking. With a friend.
What? But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
Then, what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
Then the Pale is... But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not. I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes, like a cancer or a mold, erupting in points inside the world. According to this, how long... And information, causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or...
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM
Knows how to think this.
an amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard strange...
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthropometric scientists. You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome?
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them. You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up. Then go tell her. Of course! A pinewood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers. I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of Revolution. Most of them were burnt down during the Revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Man, you will certainly...
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space. I wouldn't go so far.
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe!
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have an anthroponetic detection to perform in this district.
The swallow, you mean? What about it? Great. Thanks.
Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps, I'm really not sure about this turn of events. I may have preferred the mutton chops. Either way, good on you. You were saying? Wonderful. What is your takeaway? It all seems unreal, detective. In actuality, the Pale is no more unreal than, say, water or, excuse me, large topics are not my forte. You seem stable enough. Keep it that way. Now, was there anything else, or should we get to it?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
1997年6月28日。
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. The lieutenant shrugs apathetically, then walks a little distance away to concentrate on his notes. Looks like he'd rather not get into it again. Calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect.
Are we about done with this now?
Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man, you do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up and repeat the motion. Strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. Some far-off nation-state. 005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Gradian Isola, where the telephone was invented. The next two digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova. 414447. The 1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal. Like a bell. Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay an ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away. A distant network of phones. Calling. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.